Alright, so we got another new beer from New Belgium. I don't know if it's new. Maybe they've done this for a long time. Or maybe this is new. I don't know. Anyway, it's New Belgium's Pale Ale at 6% alcohol by volume. It's the Tour de Fall. Here is the bottle. So this is a Colorado brew. We're going to drink it out of a mini Pilsner glass here. Molson. I hope you're as excited as I am to try this beer. Oh. I'm not drunk. I'm just fucked up normally. Okay. Oops. What was I thinking? There we go. Just take it easy. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Okay. Nice. I see what's happening. What's happening is I'm rinsing the flavor of the last apricot beer I just did out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Ta-da! Things are getting better. Here's a headshot. Head/color shot. Well, to me that's looking a nice kind of a caramely tobacco. Very filtered, slightly effervescent in the carbonation, if you're getting that. A little bit of streaming bubbles. I don't think you're getting that. Let's get on a headshot here because, yeah, I went a little psycho on that, but I'd say that's pretty slick. So this is not like a typical British-style pale ale. Let's just get that out of the way right now. It's tasting kind of West Coast, let's say like an IPA, but lighter, you know what I mean? A little bit of citrus going on from what I've got so far. I've got this big moon IPA craters in the head and stuff. Quite dense. Oh, that's better. It's hard to get that apricot flavor. Now, apricot just has that kind of bitterness, that kind of, yeah, you know, it tastes like the pit kind of. Just that, it's hard to get rid of that shit. I should never have bought an apricot beer. Wow. All plugged up, but the aroma is smelling kind of interesting. The hop profile is a little bit eccentric here. It's kind of unique, somewhat. I think they put. I would assume that they put a little bit of a few different type varieties of hop in here that are kind of blending into a kind of a crazy West Coast concoction here. Yeah, you're getting that oiliness, the stickiness, a little bit of the sweetness of the West Coast hops here, a little bit of citrus, a little bit of grapefruit. Basically, but a lot milder than you would in an IPA. It's kind of, just getting to that level of this where that bitterness kind of hits you, that edge, you know. But then it kind of lays off, and it finishes kind of soft and subtle. Oh, I just kind of plugged up here. The aroma is a little bit weird. It's a little bit strange. The flavor's a little bit strange. Kind of the whole beer is a little bit, I don't know how to say this. It's a little bit weird. Almost like a bit of a stink to it. Just lacing just fine with that kind of head on there. It's doing quite well. I'm not exactly sure what to say. It's just one of these lower IPA. It's not enough to call it an IPA or whatever. But it's that exact same flavor profile. Just lighter in the hops, but yet the complexities in the hops are really strange, but it's kind of mild in a way. It's kind of a light, refreshing mouthfeel. It's not too heavy in the body of the beer, and the hops are kind of like, the flavors kind of reach out and grab you a bit of all the different varieties of hops that are in here. I'm assuming there's more than one variety. I mean, that's my assumption, but that's what I'm tasting. And okay, you know, but it's like they just, and then they retract, like it's that flavor, and then it's subtle again, and it finishes like kind of a bit watery, you know what I mean, and kind of a bit, the flavors toned down to be a more mild, or I wouldn't quite call it bland, but and there's kind of this like slight bit of stink behind it, and kind of a watery, almost a wheat beer mouthfeel. A very soft water, kind of like a wheat beer kind of softness to it, like a Hoegaarden, like you're kind of getting a nice soft finish out of the beer. The carbonation is, I think, pretty good for this style. It's jumps up a little bit, but it's not overkill or anything. And then it kind of like, it's a bit excessive in the carbonation, but then it kind of goes a little bit flat. Because beer is kind of like, it's like, and then everything just calms down. Like the hops come up and then they calm down, and the carbonation's up and then it's down, and then the mouth feels harsh and then it's soft, and it's kind of like an all over the place kind of pale ale, I guess. This is the weirdest thing I've ever done, maybe. And it has this weird stink to it all of a sudden up front, and then it's like, then you pick up sweetnesses after. And the sweetnesses, I've been pulling a lot of that out of like IPAs, double IPAs for sure. And I think it just kind of comes along when you jack this much hops into it. It kind of comes with that, you know. Comes along with the hops. Yeah, 6%. I'm like not getting like hardly any alcohol at all. It's a good beer. There's nothing wrong with the beer. I prefer double IPAs, but this is very, very satisfactory, and it's enjoyable. I'm glad I picked it up. I do recommend it. New Belgium is very competitive price-wise, so, and they're big into like solar power and being like green or like earth friendly or whatever you want to call it, which is fine, and they're still making cheap beer, and they're probably saving money in the long run by doing that. But they're bringing so this is $14 for 6 packs of this usually up here, which is a really good deal for craft beer. As Budweiser up here costs $14 as well for cans, so it's the same price as a domestic pale lager. All the New Belgians that I've seen, so it's a good deal, and this one's good. I really did like their, I think it was called Fat Tire or something like that. I thought that was okay, and yeah, I did their wheat beer, their Snapshot, the other day. I don't know if I did that one twice, but I did that. the other day, and I didn't like that one so much, but this one's pretty good. I know. Shut up, Beerzerker. This is a strange beer, and that's why I'm letting this go to past 10 minutes, because I don't really quite know how to describe it. It's got a really watery finish. So you get this sharp hop notes, but it's all kind of watery in a way, so it comes back down into this watery kind of, we'll call water bland, because water has not much of a taste, so it goes back down to this wateriness, and then it kind of makes it nice and soft, though, kind of like a wheat beer kind of comes off watery to me too. So it's kind of like that, and with the West Coast citrus shit and stuff like that, and it grapefruit and stuff. So Beerzerker, that's one messed up beer. That's one messed up beer review. I'm sorry, and I apologize. So we'll give it a rate. I'm gonna give it 8.25 out of 11. And I think it's a hard beer to rate. You just need to try it, and it's safe, people. You buy 6 of these, you'll drink them, and you won't be upset. It'll be fine. You'll be okay. Beerzerker! Yeah!